What's up guys? In today's video we're gonna talk about tips on how to start traveling the world as a beginner filmmaker. The steps that we're going to discuss can also be used when pitching clients for paid work, but in this particular video we're not going to talk about any pricing because I really want this to be a guide for someone who's at the beginning of their filmmaking journey, someone who's been maybe doing it between 6 to 12 months and wants to use the skill to be able to see more places, see the world and gain more experience. So you're a beginner, you have your camera, you have some basic equipment that you can use, and you have a little bit of experience with filming or photography. Now the first step I would do is I would think about how do you want to travel. This is important because it will later help you with reaching out to the right businesses. Try to think about what type of traveling do you like. In my case, it would be adventure travel, and ideally connected with activities such as surfing, hiking, exploring remote places and being in nature a lot. But for you it might be different. Maybe instead of adventure travel you would want to do luxury travel, or maybe you would want to sail around the world, and so on and so forth. So try to think about this and try to write down the type of travel that you like. In the second step we're going to use what you write down in the first step, and we're going to try to think about businesses that you could reach out to that operate within the travel style that you prefer. So in my case, it could be surf camps, it could be adventure travel providers, it could be remote accommodations and remote hotels. What else? Surf trip organizers, or even brands such as equipment brands or fashion brands that operate within this particular travel style. So do your brainstorming and really try to think about which type of businesses you could be targeting. So we have step 1, step 2, now step 3. Step 3 is something that I definitely didn't do back in 2017, but I should have. And it's about getting organized and being professional. Today's market is full of content creators, and so businesses are probably getting hundreds of messages every week. And in order for you to get noticed, you have to stand out. I suggest that to stand out as a beginner, because you might not have a portfolio of very high quality pieces, you want to look professional. So there's few ways to do it. The first thing is a media kit. A media kit is sort of your presentation or like an extended business card where you introduce yourself, you talk about your mission, your vision, you can talk about your audience, about your reach. If you're a filmmaker or photographer, you could list your equipment. There's other things that you should include. If you want to learn how to do a proper media kit, then you can easily Google it. I'm sure there's thousands of videos on YouTube that will teach you how to do that. Or you can find a freelancer to help you with your media kit. One option is Fiverr, or you could find a specialist. For example, my girlfriend Laura, she's a graphic designer and she did the media kit that you right now see on the screen. And I can tell you that it really makes a difference when you send this to a brand and they see that everything is aligned, you have a proper branding, and you just look and present yourself professionally. Once you have your media kit, you also want to have your social media looking professional and neat. The reason is because if you're going to reach out to a hotel or hostel or a tour organizer, they will most likely go and check your social media. So you don't want to have your Instagram full of, selfies with your family or content that is just not relevant to what you're trying to promote or create for the client. Third thing that I would definitely use, and that's mostly for you, is some sort of CRM. CRM is customer relation management. I, for example, use Trello, but you could use Airtable, you could use Excel sheet. And this basically just helps you to stay organized, to know which clients are you trying to reach out, which emails you've already sent, if you got a reply, if you need to follow up, or if you closed a deal, or maybe if you got rejected. And last but not least, you would definitely want to have Instagram message template and an email template. This will just help you to reach out to potential collaborators or clients faster. And if you don't know how to make an email template or Instagram template, I'll leave a free version of 2 templates that I use in the description below. So you know how you want to travel, you know what clients you should be reaching out, you're looking professional. Now is the time to have a certain portfolio and create an offer. So if you're a beginner, your portfolio is probably not very big, but that's okay. More important is that your portfolio represents what you want to be offering to the clients. So if you want to be traveling around surf camps, you would ideally have some sort of surf outdoor portfolio. If you don't have one, what I would recommend is to do so-called spec work. Spec work serve as a piece of work that you create yourself or with your friends, and that can basically help you to pitch the future clients.
With wet plate photography, I feel like I find my true calling as an artist. It really is a lifelong journey, and I'm still just at the beginning, but getting a successful tintype, for me, is much more rewarding than making a digital image on a computer screen.
So now you have your little portfolio, and I would say create an offer. The reason is that if you want to reach out to clients or hotels or whatever businesses you want to work with, you want to come and you want to be someone who's bringing solutions. Now imagine that you're a business owner and someone sends you a message like this. Hey, my name is Jakub, I'm a filmmaker, and I would love to create some content for you. This message doesn't make the job for the business owner easy, because now he has to think about the content that you would want to create. He has to come up with a deal that you guys are going to close together, and so on and so forth. On the other side, if you would send them a message like this, hey guys, my name is Jakub, I focus on helping adventure and outdoor businesses grow their social media reach through engaging content. I would love to come to your camp and create 10 video reels plus 10 high quality photos for you. In exchange, you would provide me with 7 days of free accommodation. And obviously this was just a quick example, but a message that states what you do, how can you help them, and proposes a solution is much more likely to get to the right person, because you're coming in as someone who's solving problem for them. You know, you're helping them engage through high quality content. So try to think about an offer that you know that you can execute on. For example, maybe you have a drone and you're a drone pilot, then you could be offering drone reels. Maybe you're not good with the drone, but you have an underwater housing, so you could be offering underwater photos, and so on and so forth. Just think about what are your strengths and then make an offer based on that. If you completed the previous 5 steps, you are more prepared than 95% of beginner filmmakers. Thanks to the step 1 and 2, you know exactly what businesses to look for and what kind of travel you like. So now just think about the destination that you would want to go, or maybe you already have destination planned, and go online and start researching the businesses in that area. You could use Instagram for this, you could use Google for this, you could use Google Maps, or you could just try to find the influencers that are currently in the area and the businesses that they're working with. Take the info of the businesses that you found and put it into your CRM tool. I would suggest you to definitely write down a name, what they do, a website, an email address, and their social media channels. I would also suggest you to follow them on social media before you start reaching out, and ideally even engage with their content. This might increase the chances that they will notice your message once you send it. Once you have your list complete, you can start sending messages. I would start with reach out on Instagram. If they don't get back to you, then you could either follow up or you could try to reach out on email. And again, if they don't reply, I would follow up maybe after 3 days or maybe after 7 days. Don't be afraid to follow up, because emails can get easily lost. You know, they can hit the spam folder or people just forget to reply. So reminding yourself in a nice way can get you a long way. At this point, it's a numbers game. You will have to send a lot of emails and you will probably get a lot of no answers, but don't let that intimidate you. And if some people will be rude, then you cannot control how people react. You can only be the best version of yourself. So don't take it too seriously. Stay consistent and you will see that sooner or later you will get your first collaboration. And if for any reason you're not getting any replies back, then you could try to adjusting the message, or you could try to adjusting your offer and see how that goes. From here, it's just about replicating what works, improving on that, and building your portfolio. You will see that eventually you will be able to charge for these services, and you never know where this journey might take you. Also remember, you're here for the long run, so try to build good relationships with the businesses and with the people, because you never know where this might lead, and maybe in the future they will be your long-term partners, you will be doing paid gigs with them, or you will build great friendships. So this was the 6 tips that hopefully will help you to start traveling the world as a filmmaker. And if there's one more tip that I could give you, then it would be to document everything, because you will create great memories and you will also learn on this journey, and the documentation can eventually help someone else in their journey. I hope you like this video, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I also do one-on-one coaching on filmmaking, storytelling and cinematography, so check that out if you wanna dive deeper into these topics. That's it for today, and I'll see you next Tuesday with another video. Peace!